Today I will demonstrate how to properly construct a monopoly profit graph and a monopoly loss graph. Start by drawing an X and Y axes. Label your X-axis quantity and your Y-axis dollar sign. The first curve we're going to draw is our demand curve, which is also our average revenue and our price curve. So we'll label it DART for short. Beneath our DART curve and diminishing at a much greater rate is our marginal revenue curve. Notice it does intersect the x-axis because it can be negative. Our next curve is our marginal cost curve, which looks a lot like a Nike swoosh. Our final curve is our ATC curve, which will intersect marginal cost at ATC's lowest point, and it will be in between MR and DART. That sounds like a lot, but it's as simple as that. ATC does stand for average total cost. Now find where MR equals MC, draw a dot, bring a dotted line down to our x-axis, label this QM, draw a dotted line up to ATC, and then again up to DART. Bring a dotted line from where it intersects DART to our y-axis, label this PM for price monopoly, and do the same for where it intersects ATC and label this ATC. This rectangle right here represents our economic profit and results from our price being greater than our average total cost. Now on to our monopoly loss graph, which you will see looks a lot like our monopoly profit graph. There's just one difference. Alright. So again, draw your X and Y axes, quantity and dollar sign again. We have our DART curve. Beneath it we have our marginal revenue curve, our marginal cost curve, and this time ATC will be above our DART curve. Still intersecting MC at its lowest point. We again will find where MR equals MC. We'll drop a dotted line down to our x-axis, label that QM. Bring a dotted line up to DART and up to ATC. Bring a dotted line across. Label this PM and this ATC. And this rectangle will represent our economic loss because our average total cost is greater than our price. And that is how you draw both an economic and, I'm sorry, not an economic, a monopoly profit and a monopoly loss graph.